what's up, guys? Taylor Trader back again for another weekly review. This week, man, tough week, man. The week started out tough. It finished a little bit better, but it started out tough. Finishing this week at break even. Um, I was up $500, but I took that $500 to buy some put to defend my positions on Monday. So really, it's just a break-even week because I took the premium that I had and basically bought some puts because yeah, you can see on tan here, like when we were going back down to this level down here, I was not feeling it, so I had to buy a put. And even the same thing on ARC, like that day when we sold off, I was not willing to take a gap down on Tuesday without having puts. That's basically what it is. Because we sold off on Monday and we bounced a little into the close, but that gap down on Tuesday would have hurt really bad. So I rather take the premiums that I had, defend my positions. So if we gap down, I'm not going to be in a margin call and I could figure out if I want to take profits on those if we're bouncing in the day or not. But so I just rolled the dice on that and I bought the puts with the money that I made for the week. So in the future we'll have better. This week that $500 I basically made it off two stocks, which is Mara and Palantir. Those are the only trades that did anything this week, really. That's it. Like I didn't open no new trades. Like I'm just trying to get out of these trades. If I was out of these trades, at least maybe two of them, I would have definitely went after Mara this week. But I just maintained my discipline and just I had some 33 puts, some 30 puts, and I basically just ride those. When I cashed them in, I sold some 2750 puts for next week. You can see I'm up half on those. And I sold a 44 call, and Mara basically blew me out of that call. I rolled it to 65, and I sold another call. So basically, Mara has to go up, 100% from where I sold the call, which it can, but I'll see how that one works out. But I didn't open anything new. I still have my 100 shares. I basically bought back my call, made like 15 bucks, and I sold the 28 for next week. So we'll see if Palantir keeps going up, but I also have puts on it, so whether it goes up or down, I'll cash in either the call or the puts based on this next week. All my other positions stay the same. Plug came up, so if I didn't roll plug on Monday, I would have been out of it. But as I said again, Monday was not fun. Let's just say with that, Monday was not fun at all. And sometimes you have to defend your positions and give your profits to somebody else. It's just a part of the thing. It kind of sucks that since I've been in this account, I'm not able to make money. But at the same time, if I was in IB, this would have been devastating because in IB, like I'm way more leveraged. So, this would be really, really, really rough to deal with, a drop like this. And, the first thing I said when I came over here is I gotta adjust to trading in this account. Um, so it's like a savior because, I was down 17K the max, and I'm telling you, if I was in IB, I would probably be down maybe even 50, 40, 50, because I would have at least not one puts on these. I would have probably three or two. So, that would be a lot of hurt. So, I'm fine with that. One thing I want to show, which is something that I learned about Tastyworks. So I'm just gonna use Palantir, and this thing on the right side of the screen called chains. I was telling Craig about this. So let's look at my closed chains. So I uncheck open, and we look at this for Palantir, right? So you have the stock selected, and you select chains, right? So the first one I sold on the 19, I sold for 52, and I bought it back, and it shows how much you make. So you have it right here. So even though I have it tracking on a spreadsheet, I can just look over here and see it. And then the next trade, sold it for 85, bought it back for 33. This trade, I sold it for 52, and it expired. I sold it for 54 and it expires. So you see it right there and the same thing tracking. But where it's really nice is when you have the rolls, right? So I sold this one, rolled it for 30 cents more, roll it for 50 cents more, buy it back for 29 and net all that profit. And up here, the same thing again. So it's pretty nice just to see, you can look at all that there and you can do the same thing for your open ones, right? So if I take off the close, you can see this one I sold it for 94. This is the one I sold on Friday. I also sold this one for 97 and I have this one for 58. So it shows them. So instantly you can tell what your cost basis is, so if this one had a roll or anything in there, this number would get updated up top and your P&L. So this thing right here is pretty good. It shows what it is, winner, loser, what is this trade doing for you. But you can just track a ticker, like looking at Mara and stuff. Like Mara is what I made all the money this week off. And you can look to see what's working for you and what is not. So that gives me another little tool I can use on the fly if I feel like I want to roll something. Because I saw this on Friday that I could have gotten out a plug. Um, I could have gotten out of this plug right here, not plug, this Fubo at basically a $11 winner. And I've been in this thing since way back here. But I'm not gonna get out of it now, when the pain is over. Come on. But I could have gotten out of this trade right here because I'm basically, even though I rolled it so many times, I'm at break even now, and this stock I was down like four or $500 on at one point. So this thing right here will help you a lot if you look at it and you say, okay, I'm at break even, because when you roll, if you don't have something else tracking your cost basis, you might not know. But when you have this right here, it helps you out a lot. Otherwise, from that, it's the same. Didn't do anything in my IRA. Still the same. I have this Palantir put in there that I sold for 115 for a month. That's all that I had. That's all that I did going on this account. I didn't do anything else. I should have bought some Palantir shares instead of selling this put, but oh well. Nothing else. Next week is coming up, and yeah, the goal for next week is, to get out a couple of these positions. Because next week is expiration for ARKK, ARKG, Apple, Peloton, all those four expire. Those four expire next week. So if I'm able to get out of two of them, I'll really be happy. That will bump my margin back over 20K, which ARKK and ARKG, like these are literally eating up like 10K margin. So like if I get out of these, then I can go more aggressive towards certain things. But for right now, the market's not working with my stocks, so I just gotta sit here and pick up the crumbs. And it's funny that I look at myself making the $500 a week on off Palantir and Mara, and I'm like, man, it's a soft week. And a year ago this time, I was making $200 off NVAX and UAL, and I was happy as hell. So, I looked at that video because that's one of the reasons why I make these videos is so I can go back and look at them. And I looked at that video and I was like, man, I was so happy for that. And now I'm like $500, and it just made me, feel better about the whole deal that, hey, as long as you have an account, you're still trading. So if you feel you need to defend your account by putting money out there, you defend your account, because I'm still here. If we'd have gapped down on Tuesday, I would not be in a margin call. And if we're bouncing on Tuesday after the gap down, I'd buy those puts back and I would have money. We gap up on Tuesday, I bought those puts back and take the losses, right? That's just what it is. It's just a part of the game. It's either or not, but I did not want to risk that gap down on Tuesday because that would hurt. All right. I'm done rambling. Hopefully you guys got a green week next week, and ensure you control your margin. If you're not trading with margin, then yeah, you have a lot easier than us who are trading with margin. And yeah, just have a green week.